I was gonna say, you smell that, Dan? Did you ever run the? Did you go to Jungle Gyms yesterday?
White Castle?
Yeah, exactly.
So what is your White Castle order? This is where it's really like confession time.
I know. So it's funny because my younger brother, Jordan, his is 4 single cheeseburgers, sliders.
Yeah, that used to be my jam.
I'm 3 double.
I'm a 2 double guy.
Are you?
3 double.
3 double. And if I'm really hungry, I'll get the onion petals.
Oh, I love the
onion petals are a necessity every time.
No, I usually just get the 3, but it's the Barks red cream soda. Then.
Does you in? Yeah.
No, I love it.
They have they have that great ice there too. That's like the
right.
real little pebbly like things.
Yeah.
Frisch's used to have that too.
Yes.
Right.
Which is, I know Cincinnati still has some Frisch's, right?
Yeah,
it was
there's
just
one
the
by
local people that
There's
own
one
them
by
here
the
that-
Eastgate Jungle Gym still open.
I missed it already because there's none up this way.
at the
even going
airport.
north.
Cincinnati
say I
Airport,
miss it.
there's one in there.
I had heard that the people that own all the Cincinnati stores were going to take over some of the Dayton market.
Oh,
but
really?
I hope.
I don't
Well,
think.
somebody
seems
took
too far
over the
gone.
ones that opened Dollies, and they opened a handful of Dollies, and they weren't even open a year, and they were
They're already gone. Yeah, there's one in
Bankrupt.
Troy that was open. I didn't even make it there. That's how fast they closed.
Yeah. It's like that Taco John place. It was open
Oh,
for like
yeah.
6 months. It's like, why did you build this building?
They're
and then to just-
they're all, in the West. They're all over.
Yeah.
really?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
like when we go to Montana, we made the mistake of stopping one time at Taco John's, and I was like, not so much.
It's not good.
No,
okay.
I didn't think so.
I wanted to try it, but like every time I went by it, it was like there was a line out there.
I never made
It's
it there.
similar to Taco Bell.
Yeah,
Is it?
Yeah.
I mean, we live in Dayton, and somehow we have like the best Mexican food
right,
around. So, like,
exactly.
There's
why,
some.
why go anywhere else?
So
Yeah.
what? I mean, I love Mixteca. What are your other go-tos?
I mean, honestly, I know there's so many good places. I struggle to not go to Mexico.
Yeah,
I know,
yeah.
I know.
Where was the place we went to with?
Over off like Airway
Yeah.
and Woodman, we went with Seth for lunch.
I forget what
Seth
the name.
Graham.
I go by it, but I forget what
It was
the name
great.
of
It was awesome.
Really good.
Really
So
good.
I heard the Mexican grocery, the place that's in the Mexican grocery in Old North Dayton,
Yes,
is amazing.
I've not been there, but I've heard the
Well,
same
we
thing.
need to make that happen, boys.
We need to make
Yes.
that happen. We love
Mexico.
we love a good restaurant in the back of a grocery store.
Oh yeah.
doubt.
Hello, Yaffa Grill,
Yaffa
please.
Grill.
Yeah.
Have you been to Yaffa Grill?
No.
Do you like
Miamisburg.
Mediterranean?
Where is it?
It's Miamisburg. Well, they have 2 locations.
Did you ever go to the Yellow
one-
Rose back in the day?
No.
old location. Yeah, you're
But I think I know
probably
where that
better
is,
off.
right?
It's Alex Road
Probably
and
have less
725.
STDs because of that.
Wow.
I don't think that's what you think it means.
STDs, situational.
I love their flower bouquets.
For the record, and then we will actually get started. 2 double cheeseburgers, onion petals, and not another burger, but mozzarella sticks.
Mozzarella
There you
sticks.
go, Man.
Now, do they do them to order like you can tell they're fresh? They
Yeah,
got a
oh,
good
yeah,
cheese
yeah,
pull.
baby.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, baby.
I'm thinking about them right now. Like
Now,
man,
even my son, I don't know if they still do, but for a while there, they were doing vegetarian, the Impossible.
Oh, really? At Whitey's?
And it was good.
if you want more than regular gas from your White Castle,
Yeah.
now you could have Impossible Burgers.
Double the pain.
So I think the thing with all those vegetarian products is like, especially the Impossible stuff. Like, do vegetarians really want to eat things that taste like meat?
Ask Sprinkle.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
He's like, yes, I do.
But to that end, like, I think Lucky's, like, their seitan is like the fake chicken strips are
Yeah.
better than the regular ones. You know what I mean?
You can
Like,
find
one
that.
of the things I
Yeah.
regularly get because they make all that stuff in house.
Yeah.
Nice.
I was vegetarian for a couple years, and I still will
Together?
go back. I was not going to White
String
Castle
of
then.
ears?
For a couple years. Let me enunciate clearly. But I still go back and get those Morningstar Farms buffalo chicken patties and
Those are
chicken
good.
nuggets.
Those are
Oh,
good.
Gosh, those are good.
They are.
I had some like last week. They are delicious.
They're really good.
See, I'm a Morningstar veggie sausage.
Yeah.
That's the only veggie sausage I found I like.
And the Morningstar fake bacon
Is it good?
is good.
Yeah.
Huh.
It crisps up in like 2 seconds.
Wow.
That's
and
the
it's
challenge.
crispier than bacon.
Oh,
Wow.
cool.
Like if you fry it in a pan, it takes like 2 seconds, and it actually has like a really good crisp to it.
Oh,
Wow,
awesome,
I'll have to check that
yeah,
out.
Exactly.
This segment has been brought to you by White Castle and Morningstar Farms.
There you go.
And
Get your
Two goats
vegetarian
staying
on.
together.
Two ends of the spectrum.
Do you like onions and burgers? Do you also like vegetables? We've come on down to White Castle.
Come on down.
We got mozzarella sticks and fake burgers
Onion petals.
and onion petals.
That's
Jeez,
vegetarian.
all right, let's get this rolling.
Welcome to Beat Me the City podcast, exploring music through the boroughs of America. Joined as always by my buddies and co-hosts Sean and Dan. Gentlemen, how are you today?
Shamalama ding dong. I'm doing good.
Okay,
Wow. I'm great.
great.
Yes. How are you, Will?
I'm pretty good, man. We've already had a nice time talking with our guests for a few minutes, rambling about myriad things that may or may not ever see the light of day, that include such riveting subjects as White Castle,
Morningstar.
Morningstar Farms products, I don't know, Dayton music, bands,
Jugs.
coffee.
Coffee and the syrups that.
There you go.
Yeah. Welcome to the podcast, Nathan Peters. How we doing, Nathan?
I'm great. How are you guys?
Good,
Thanks for having me
man.
on.
Yeah.
Thanks for being on.
Yeah, thanks
This'll
for coming
be
on
fun.
today. We're looking forward to it.
You've been on our list for a while, and this is, I'm glad this was able to happen.
Me too. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great. Thanks for joining us. We, to Dan's point, back when we started this thing, we started outlining who we'd like to talk to, and
Yeah.
it's taken some time to get around to everybody. But today's the day for Nathan, and we're going to tee you up, and we'll just where are you from?
Okay.
Where'd you grow up?
Where'd you grow up? Any interesting stories about music from your upbringing that you want to share, and
Okay. Yeah.
whatever you want to share about your life, it's your story.
Do you have any
wow.
interesting scars?
Yeah, I do. In fact, somebody recently was like, I was getting a massage the other day when I saw the chiropractor and then got a massage. And she was like, have you had back surgery? And I was like, no, I'm a skateboarder. I just wrecked my body in my youth. So, yeah, Nathan Peters, born and raised in Dayton, Ohio.
Wow,
Right
nice.
here. Lived
Love
here
it.
my whole life. Love it. As I think Neil Young quoted, if you spend a day in Dayton, you'll die there, something like that.
Oh,
Well, definitely dying in Dayton.
Yeah.
I love it here. I mean, honestly, I mean, you guys know too. Like, it's such a tight knit community. Arts. You get to know everybody.
Yeah.
So I love Dayton. My parents are both musicians
Oh, cool.
professionally.
Oh, professionally.
Yeah, my
Oh,
dad's an
wow.
organist and choir director, and then my mom was a music teacher, music educator.
Wow.
that's
Wow.
awesome.
So
They
you
met
come by
in
this
music school
Holy
at
cow.
OSU.
Okay. My oldest daughter is a music education major at Ohio State and finishes
Right.
this year. Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Isn't that
Good for
great?
her. Yeah.
Amazing.
So where did you go to high school?
So I went to high school at Centerville.
That's where I went.
Nice.
Yeah.
So we grew up in like Old North Dayton till I was like in the 3rd grade. And then we moved to Centerville when my mom remarried. So yeah, I mean, musically, like we were involved in like all like Kettering Theater of the Stars back in the day, Dayton opera stuff. Like I was in like 2 operas when I was like 5 years old.
Whoa.
Johnny Skeeky, I just came out and they were like, "Who is it?" And I went, "Johnny Skeeky." So like I got lucky in the fact that my mom was like a music educator. Kind of taught myself to play guitar, but she forced me to learn to play the piano. And it's one of those things like I'm always very thankful for. I did not enjoy it at the time.
Almost everybody, I think, looks back on it that way.
Yeah.
Or, I talk to a lot of people who are like, "Oh yeah, my parents made me take piano," and they're like, but you appreciate it now.
I do.
Yeah.
I still can't really read music, but I can read vocal music. Like I can go sing with a choir, but I couldn't
okay.
tell you
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
G.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know, something's going up and going down.
Yeah,
and, you know,
I
all
can
that
kind of judge
yeah,
the scale,
yeah.
and I know how long to hold out the notes. But like from a piano standpoint, my teacher tried to teach me how to read music. I'd learn it, and then I'd go home and I'd change the whole song.
Oh, wow.
And then I'd come back and she was like, "Well, that was really cool. That's not the song at all."
But
Same
she
key.
liked it. But she liked the song.
Well, I mean, it was kind of like one of those things. It's like, what do you do? Like, I I've never been that person that
Stuck to the
yeah. So like I can kind of play and learn anything, but I know like chord structures and stuff. But like as far as like a classical music education, other than singing, it's just kind of like learned on my own with a little bit of help from a teacher.
That's awesome.
So so you were playing piano. Did you pick up guitar eventually then?
Yeah, so I started playing guitar because, like, you know, my friends had guitars and stuff. So I just grabbed one at one point in time, and I just really wanted one. So my dad's partner at the time got me a guitar, and I just kind of learned how to play. And then I took some lessons too, like when I was 17, and they were like I don't know, like they kind of said like, I'm not sure, like if I should show you anything because you just make weird chords and it kind of works, and like maybe you should just do your own thing. So.
Yeah.
It's been cool to have like teachers like that were just kind of like, what do you want to know? And I'd be like, I want to learn some jazz chords. And they'd show me stuff like whatever. Like,
yeah.
I appreciate that a lot. Like I've never been like the person that can like really astutely, I'm going to practice and learn how to play classical music.
And I think I've thought about this just recently because when I was learning guitar from Daryl Moore, a friend of ours, and he's like, I'm going to just show you this stuff, right? The chords. But he goes, I don't want you to play it in a certain way. You just figure it out on your own, which I appreciate that about a teacher. They're not having you learn, rock and roll or something.
Yeah.
Like you have to play like this.
Yeah.
Just learn it and then you go off.
Yeah.
And that's cool that your teachers, that's a good teacher. I think.
Yeah. Yeah. I lasted for like 6 months in a jazz studio before I got kicked out.
Oh, really?
Well, I didn't actually get kicked out. I quit. But the first performance, on Sundays they would do these like performances where everybody had to play, and the teacher guy came up to me. I won't name his name, but he said, "If you don't play well today, I'm kicking you out of the studio."
Whoa.
Wow.
And then like he had pinned me against like one of his other students, and then like. The other student didn't play very well, and I played well. And then he was like, "See, I you just never know." And then that was the last time I stayed. Yeah, I mean that kind of like mentality of is crazy.
That is, ultimatum type stuff.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
It would have been great if, as he kicked you out, you're like, well, check out this hot lick. See what you're missing, buddy.
That's hilarious. So having two musical parents, what kind of albums, that type of stuff, what kind of music was around your house?
So a lot of musical theater stuff. The Star Wars soundtrack.
Oh, man, yeah.
I, as a very young person, started checking out Prince tapes from the library.
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
buddy.
And then my mom like read the lyrics and she was like, "Okay, you're not listening to these."
Darling Nikki came up.
Yeah, I think it was that album actually.
Purple Rain.
Who's this Nikki, and why is she reading a magazine in a hotel lobby?
It's okay if she does that, but not in a hotel lobby.
Yeah. So yeah, like classical stuff. I mean, a lot of classical music. A lot of just was played. We had a record player, but there was a lot of like just music happening all the time. So,
Oh, man.
my dad has a nice Steinway piano, and so he'd play that. We'd all sing. So we were really a little Von Trapp family.
Oh, nice.
Growing up. So like, and then like listen to the radio and stuff. But I don't think they had a ton of records. Like I do remember specifically, like I think there was a Michael Jackson record.
Yeah.
And I think there was a ton of classical stuff, a bunch of musical theater stuff, and I remember the Star Wars record.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you heard Prince, what did it do to you?
Oh,
when
I
you
mean,
heard
Prince
it?
and Michael Oh, were like it to me when I was a
Yeah.
kid.
Oh.
As soon as somebody showed me Thriller, I mean, like,
They're done, baby.
this is
It's
it.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah.
It's good.
The whole thing.
The whole thing.
So are you an only child?
No, I have a sister.
Okay.
And then a stepsister as well.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Did
So-
they sing?
Yeah. Mhm.
Oh, they.
Yeah, so my first band was Vinyl Dies. That's what it was funny. Brandon brought that up, but it was a band my sister and I were in together.
Oh, very cool. I didn't know that.
And then she joined me back in when we started Lioness. She was in that as well.
Cool.
That is awesome. Well, I was going to ask, where outside of your home, where do those musical influences come from? You said picked up a Prince tape. Who turned you on to Prince at that time? Or
My parents were musicians, both working musicians. So I was in churches constantly, and my parents were both David's Church here in Kettering. That my mom was the choir director, my dad was the organist when we were kids. And so there was a lady that was just there. She couldn't really sing, but all the choir rehearsals that they had, she was there just to help us, keep us occupied a little bit.
Oh, okay.
So she'd drive us around sometimes and get us food or whatever, and she'd play Michael Jackson in her car.
Oh, wow.
And that was how I first heard Michael Jackson. I
That's
was hooked.
awesome, man.
And Prince, I think, both from her. So shout out Unknown Lady.
There you go.
Lady Unknown.
Man, she had influence though.
Yeah.
That's cool.
A good church lady.
Yeah, good church lady.
Very cool.
That's awesome.
So first band you said was with your sister?
Well, I was in
Okay.
bands in high school. They were really bad names like Barium.
No. Hold on.
Yeah.
We love
Band names.
band
Band
names,
names.
especially band names that didn't stick or that you considered. We love
Barium
this.
like the enema?
Yes. So, and here's
Wait,
how that.
no, that's real. Like
Yeah.
you didn't just like that was your band name.
Yeah, it was called Barium, and
Okay.
and it came from like we were in like the woods or something, and there was like this really crazy dead bug, and like my friend was like, "What should we do with it?" And somebody was like, "Barium,"
Oh.
and then we were like, "Well, that's stupid," but barium is an element. We could use that as our band name, and it was like a terrible, horrible band. I was the singer. I couldn't play anything at that point. And it was like crate amplifiers, really like nasty, loud guitar. Nobody could really play that well. I think we played like one show. So there was that one. And then in high school as well, a band called Scruff Dog and the River Rats.
Wow. Nice.
In the river.
And I was,
You were
people called me
Scruff Dog?
Scruffy when I was in middle school, and that stuck. And this guy, Dane Scott, like, you know, was like, "Hey, come play in a band with me." So I played like keyboard in a band with him, and it was, you know, like jammy type stuff, not my thing at all. And so that was kind of then like that happened, and then it was Vinyl Dies. At the same time, I was also in a band called Pig Eye Jackson, which is like half of the dudes of Captain of Industry. Like John Lakes was a drummer, Ian Sperry was the bass player, Kevin played a little bit in it, and then Noel, the guy that mixed and recorded all the Captain of Industry records, was in that band as well before he moved out to New York. That Pig Eye Jackson was one of the most fun bands I've ever been in. It was the first time I felt like, you know, the first time you get in a band where you're like, this is actually really good, or like this is cool. Like Vinyl Dies was cool. Like we made a couple CDs, but like I never felt like this was like a vision of what I would want to do. And in fact, I've made it pretty hard to get those albums. They're not on the internet, you know. But it was still good. And there were a lot of people that liked it. We were in the band playoffs. It was the only time I ever did that thing, and we got to the finals and ended up getting third. Clemmer Jane won that year.
Oh, geez,
if you
yeah.
ever remember that band? And like I had been told at the time that they were put together by a modeling agency. It was just a weird little time.
Wow.
What year was that?
2000
Okay.
and or 2001. I can't remember.
Okay.
But the interesting thing about that summer, I sold more CDs than I did in any other release, in any Captain release
Really?
that summer, because it was still like CDs were still selling. I mean, Captain toured all over the place.
Yeah.
We had all sorts of opportunities, but every year it was something like, at the time, I think the next year or the year after that, every year the whole industry went down by 30%.
Wow.
And it still is shrinking as far as I understand from a physical sales standpoint
Yeah.
of CDs, right?
Yeah. So 2000, 2001, that was Pig Eye, or that was Vinyl Dies.
That was Vinyl Dies.
So
And you were in high school?
No, I was 18 years old.
Okay.
So that's interesting because, I mean, it's a pretty on the nose kind of name for that time.
Yeah.
I mean, was that inspired by the era and the environment? Who knows when you're 18?
Yeah, I didn't even come up with the name.
Yeah.
I think the drummer did. And I think we were originally going to be Vinyl DYES,
Of course.
but it was DIES, Dies.
That's awesome.
That is.
But Pig Eye Jackson was a ton of fun. And then when those guys moved away, that's when we just started working on Captain Ministry. And we did that. We played 3 times a week for an entire year before we played one show. And when we came out,
you were practicing 3 times a week before you did a
for a
wow.
year. So when we came out, when we played our very first show, we just like
Tight.
smacked
Man.
people in the
Right.
face, man. It was so
Was
much.
that the reason you did that? It's like, we're
Well-
going to just drop this on you.
I don't really know. Like, I just know we all wanted it to be good. But still, like, I think the first 6 months of that band, like, there weren't any real lyrics. I made up shit every time we played.
Oh,
It
interesting.
was very interesting. The origins of that band were a lot of fun because it was like a weird jam band almost.
Let's
Yeah,
talk about
talk
it.
to
Talk
us.
about it.
Yeah, how did it all come about? And
Yeah. Well, I kind of weaseled my way in.
nice.
It was John Lakes, Kevin Oldfield, who plays the guitar. John Lakes was the drummer, and then Ian Sperry were getting together a few times a week playing. It was the Purple House on Samuel Street. Now you can see there's a huge garage. You can see it off 35 at Sean Walter's old house or whatever.
Huh.
Anyway, woodworking guy in Dayton. But so they were running this like tiny little 200-year-old or 150-year-old house in Dayton, and they were rehearsing. It was kind of a cool place to hang out at. They'd have fires out back and stuff. And then I just kind of was like, hey, let me get in here. Let me play with you guys. There was a Rhodes there. It was Jason Himes Rhodes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then, and we just started playing, and just at some point, it was like a band thing, and then I don't know, we got offered a show, and we played a show. Like,
What was your first show? Do you remember?
it was at Elbows. I don't remember who
Elbows.
Oh,
with.
I love
Yeah,
Elbows.
baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Elbows was the best.
It
Yeah.
was.
I liked
Everybody
Elbows.
who played or went to a show for that, man, it was only 2 or 3 years probably.
Yeah.
4 years maybe. I don't know. It was not a long time.
But us as Gem City Rockers, we probably played there at least a dozen times, wouldn't you say?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's
It was
crazy.
kind of, besides Canal, that was a great place to play.
Yeah.
It's a cool room, too.
it was a fantastic room.
Yeah.
Yeah. It sounded good.
Yeah.
It did.
And I don't
Yeah.
even know why, because it's not like it was, I think it was a concrete box like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
like anywhere else, like
Yeah.
right down there. And I think so. Actually, the Sailing guys tried to take over Elbows.
Oh, really?
The guy Art was trying to sell them the business, so they were running it kind of DIY for a little bit. I ran sound a couple times for him towards the end, and then the city just was like, "There's too much money owed back taxes." So now the city just is like,
Right. Now it's empty.
and now, same thing with Jilly's. Like, no, they don't want anything to go in there. I think to kind of like compete with the Levitt, maybe, and maybe that makes sense. But Jilly's not being around makes me super sad.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
and
I
like,
know.
why is that? Why is Elbows like empty? Like somebody could do something with that
It's
space.
tax write off, man. I mean, I know it's owned by the city, but they can, it's just, it's stupid.
Yeah,
It's insane.
Both great rooms.
Yeah.
And would the scene would benefit from having those on
Yeah.
board.
So, city, if you're listening,
yes, please.
Come on, man.
do it. So that was your first show, and it was just like off from there.
Yeah, I
It
mean,
was like,
it was just like kind of like opportunity after opportunity. We played with like Enon, and then we played with the Slackers, and those dudes were like, "Cool, like come play Chicago and Ann Arbor with us. Like we'll do a little weekend run." And then I think so we did that, and then they were like, "Hey, you guys want to come on like a month and a half West Coast tour?" We're like, "Yeah, awesome." So like
Wow.
in the first year we made a CD, and then like within 9 months we're like touring the West Coast of the United States,
that's insane, man.
up through Canada. And
How old were you at that point?
I was I just turned like 21
Wow. That's nuts.
Oh,
And
Three
you were
Oak.
singing?
and playing Rhodes. Yeah,
Okay.
The 0304 somewhere around there.
yeah,
Yeah.
yep.
So are you writing all the music or a lot of it lyrically and the songs?
I wrote all the lyrics, and I definitely wrote a lot of songs, but most of it was just like jamming, and then I would typically end up being the arranger.
Okay.
But like everybody had ideas in that band. I wrote some drum parts. Kevin, the guitar player, wrote some drum parts. John wrote some guitar parts, and I mean, it was just kind of like anybody kind of played whatever, and we'd come up with different ideas and stuff. So like, I listened back on like some interviews, and I think like I thought I was gonna be famous, so like I maybe had a bit of a like whack ego for a minute. Like I was 21 years old
Yeah.
too. Like,
Oh, yeah.
but
Not you're not really prepared for things at 21.
Yeah.
I'm glad. Yeah. Look back at my 21-year-old self, and I'm like, what a moron.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I didn't have any taste of success like what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So you go say, Dad, I see you laughing.
No, I at 21. I mean, I think I was in Tim at 21.
nice.
And
really?
I would have sworn I would have given anything that we were gonna
You're going to make it.
make it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just the band imploded, you know.
Yeah.
So and it is what it is. But I was on top of the world. I thought I felt
Yeah.
at 21.
Yeah.
So
Very similar. Like, so we did some more touring over the next, like, we broke up in like 08 ish. That was when the last record came out. But like in between, we did a bunch of touring, a lot with the Slackers. Got to see like awesome places all around the country.
Amazing.
Got to play with Toots and the Maytall because of the Slackers.
oh man,
Which was insane. That guy was like 80 years old or 70 at
Yeah.
the time, and he danced for an hour and a half. He'd like jogged in place for like an hour and a half.
Wow.
But just got to see like obviously like we didn't get paid much for the shows. We were pretty much practically broke the entire time. Like I don't know how people like. I mean, we would have jobs and work our butts off to go tour, and then come back just like so
Yeah.
broke.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
So like it was a lot of fun, but like the only thing that was free was alcohol. and I would use my food buyout every day to buy cigarettes.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
So like
Easy Pete.
Gotta keep that nicotine in your body.
it was I think like touring is kind of one of the worst things in the world. Not for me anyway. And I think like it was fun to do. And I would maybe do it now, but like it would be like, well, if I did it now, I'd want to be like opening for Radiohead and get paying like tons of money
Oh,
or something.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that would be cool.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
$1,000 a show. Gotcha.
Exactly.
Let's try to make that happen. We'll get on that.
Yeah.
So you didn't really like touring that much.
No, it's stressful. I was the person that just like I slept on my backpack was my pillow
Wow.
every night. Like I didn't bring a lot of stuff because your van was like packed with shit.
Yeah.
Stuff. Excuse me.
You're good.
No,
You're fine.
So yeah, the Captain days were a lot of fun, but like, and I love that band. It's just like, kind of also like it was like a tough time of life too, because just like being like, I was a cook and
right.
made no money, and
Yeah.
Just-
well, and yeah, you're 21. You don't know what's going,
Yeah.
what's going on, and yeah, it has to be tough. And then when you have 4 or 5 guys that are, going through the same thing, it has to be stressful.
yeah. But yeah, I loved that time period. So Tommy from the Motel Beds, who used to be my brother-in-law as well, he joined the band for like the last record, and then when that band broke up, like John and Tommy and PJ started back up the Motel Beds.
Oh, cool.
So those like Motel Beds kind of stopped, and then while like 3 years of us doing our last 3 years of doing stuff, and then the Motel Beds picked back up. So like at the time, I almost joined the Motel Beds too. We were, I played on a bunch of their records. Just like anytime you heard Rhodes on the Motel Beds records,
I'm about to
probably
go
me.
back and listen now.
Yeah,
I've
me
got
too.
I've got one of the Motel Beds records at home.
They're
I'll have to go
fantastic.
back.
What a great band.
Yeah.
They're
I hope
really good.
they get this reunion show again
Yeah.
together for this year. But so then, and I'm sorry if I'm just talking.
No,
just
That's-
telling the
please do.
truth.
That's what we
Yeah.
want.
We want to
So-
listen.
Yep.
Then I had kids disappeared, like just like you didn't see me.
Yeah.
We did a couple reunion shows, and it was probably like for 5 or 6 years or something.
Yep.
Then we did a Captain of Industry reunion at what's the pizza
South Park Tavern.
South Park Tavern.
Yeah.
Mhm, yeah.
Like, why did we? It was insane.
What year was that? Like when you
They
did
were
that?
doing some shows there for a
Oh,
while.
yeah.
I
Oh, they're
thi- I-
still
I mean,
doing shows there, but
yeah.
it's a tiny place.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was when Kyle was booking it, and like
Okay.
literally, it was insane.
Yeah.
But so Tyler, Daryl Robbins from the Motel Beds, drug out Tyler Trent,
Uh-huh.
and like I'd seen Tyler, I saw him when he was in the Dirty Walk, but I'd never met him, and he was like, "Captain Fisher, she's awesome," and I was like, "Awesome." You're awesome. I want to play music with you. You're like my favorite person in the world.
We just need to tee up Nathan and Sean and let him go about Brainiac. Probably.
Yeah.
dude,
Yeah. Oh God.
it's insane. It's one of the few bands that I can just I listen to all the time still. Like Enon as well, but
Enon was so good.
yeah,
Dude. Their
ridiculous.
records.
Yeah,
I mean, he just took it.
High Society's
another
I
level.
perfect.
Still can't believe we got him for the music fest. That's insane.
Oh, I know.
Yeah,
It
like
was
first
awesome.
year.
Yeah.
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 And Swear to Motor.
Well, there were
Right.
there were people around apparently who didn't think you got them either.
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, the funny thing is that like, like the guys that were never. Let's not talk about that.
Yeah. You're
Yeah.
good. You're good.
Meet Me in the City, sponsored by Twisted River Coffee Roaster. Twisted River offers an unpretentious approach to specialty coffee. Visit twistedrivercoffee.com and use promo code INTHECITY at checkout to receive a one-time discount of 10% off your entire order.
Anyway, it's funny.
Reunion
They're
show, South Park Tavern.
What year was that, roughly?
like probably like 2015, maybe.
Okay.
Or 13. I don't really remember.
When did Captains end? Like
2008.
Okay.
And so then over those, I think we've done 3 total reunion shows.
Okay.
The last one being like 2019 Dayton Music Fest. And we ended up like playing at Bob's at 2 in the morning or 1 in the morning or something. It was brutal. And I was
You're not
supposed-
young anymore, right?
But so, okay, then that swim diver happened, and we only played a handful of shows because, like, Tyler didn't really. It wasn't great for him to play shows maybe at the time. I don't really know, but we didn't really play shows. But and then like at a certain point, it just like I really wanted to play shows again. So like that was kind of like, and it didn't like fall apart per se, and it never really ended. But we just kind of stopped doing stuff. But we played a few shows we played were awesome, and it was basically anytime John Schmerzel came into town, we would play.
Oh, wow.
So we played like 3 or 4 shows because
Cool.
John's band one of John's bands was coming through.
Yeah.
So that ended, and then I was like, I'm gonna start a band with like 14 people. And I was like, and I'm just gonna ask every single person I know who I'm just gonna try to assemble like this Voltron insane project. So I started asking people, and I probably asked like 50 people before I got a couple people saying yes. And then it just kind of grew, and that was Lioness. And at one point, we were 12 people.
Wow.
Cello player, violin, acoustic guitar, electric guitar. I said mandolin, drums, bass, 4 singers. And the violin player was the second string for the Philharmonic, John Lardnois.
Wow.
So, like, I mean, that Lioness record is probably like the least like popular on the internet of anything I've ever done, but it's actually like, I love it. It's like
I think it's really good.
Who
Thank
brought
you.
up
I
Lioness?
really do.
We had somebody on that brought up Lioness recently, I thought. Or am I just imagining that?
No, I don't remember.
Yeah.
I thought when I listened to it, I was like, wow, this came out of Dayton, you know? There's that, what is that band? They're called The Social. They're out of Canada, and it's got Nico Case in it. It's got the guy from the New Pornographers.
Oh, yeah.
Broken Social.
Broken Social Scene? No.
Yes, the Broken Social Scene.
Is that it?
Yeah. And it's kind of the same vibe, like that same kind of theory. Let's get all these musicians together and
Yeah.
put out like cool stuff.
Yeah.
And that's what I thought when I heard it. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, this is really cool.
Yeah.
Wow. Did you write this stuff? The
Yeah,
music-
all those are mine.
Wow.
And most of the violin parts too, I also kind of like wrote the melodies for. Although that guy you just kind of be like, I kind of want you to do this, and he'd be like, You're like, yeah, that's it.
You're like, okay, that's better.
Nailed it. Okay,
Nailed it.
next-
Okay, next
take.
He said, you mean like this? And you're like, yep.
So the interesting thing about that Lioness record too is that we recorded it in 45 minutes, all live.
Holy Hannah.
What?
Yeah,
It-
baby. I
okay.
love this.
Okay, but
What?
So all the basic tracks were done live in 45 minutes. We got one take through each song. Ian Kaplan was a drummer.
Oh, okay.
And so he's just like, we practiced a ton before we went in the studio, and like Micah Carley from Popside up in Troy recorded it. And I was like, hey, I want to do this record and I want to do it live. Like, can we do that? So like he had us in different parts of the warehouse. Like he spread us all out.
Okay.
It was really cool. But so then I spent a year obsessively going through and combing and like, so I booked a whole day for just the violin player to come and redo. We did all of it in like his whole space, and he had like 7 microphones just to capture his violin because it was so good. And then I was gonna have John Schmerzel mix it. He sent a mix, and then like I was trying to be very diplomatic in the band because I was like, what do you guys think? I thought it sounded great, and they were like, oh, I don't really like it. So then like I was like, okay, fine. So we didn't have John Schmerzel mix the record, but we could have.
Wow.
But Micah Carley ended up mixing it, and he did a great job. And he recorded it, so he kind of probably knew it as best as it would have been anyway. But
so you recorded in 45 minutes, but it took a year to come out because you were just going back. And
I'm an insane person about recording.
a mad genius. Let's say that.
Yeah, it's probably an insane person is a little more. Because
It's yours, though.
I know, but
Yeah,
but in
yeah, that's
reality, you don't I don't know. You don't have to be like that with music. And
Right.
in fact, I think sometimes it's silly. And Micah Carley would be like, nobody's ever going to hear that. I was like, I hear it. I can't help myself.
We did an interview with the Ocean Blue, and that's the one question you guys had was, when do you know it's done?
Yeah.
When do you know this project is done? And it's a hard.
So how did
it's
you
a hard
know?
question.
Because
Yeah.
it was a year, and like when you're
Yeah.
like, this is enough, I'm done.
Yeah, just when I felt good about everything, I guess. Like things that would bother me would be like if somebody's like it just needs to be locked tight. You know what I mean? Like, and so I don't know. So that was the last time, and then we started a second record, and then the pandemic happened, and that pretty much killed Lioness. And we were doing shows and stuff, and like we were getting out there, although it was like impossible to ever play because we
So many people
with kids,
Right,
You
yeah.
know, it was like, but I would play with any of those people ever again. It was like Kim Carter and Kim Passmore and Kevin Passmore, Ohio Casket, and Jesus.
Jesus, that was Michelle
Bodine,
Bodine.
yeah.
That's a cool band, dude.
Yeah, that was
That's
a
a cool
great band. So anyway, then that died. So the pandemic kind of killed Lioness, but during the pandemic, Daryl Robbins and I, for the Motel Beds guitar player, started TV Queens via internet file sharing.
Oh wow.
So TV Queens is probably the most popular internet band I've done as far as like people listening to it and stuff and getting on playlists. It's 80s synthwave pop. It's a blast.
I'll have to check it out. I didn't know anything about
I
it.
didn't know this either. TV Queens.
TV Queens. And I started playing shows out live for that for a minute, and it was just like me and a computer. And then I kind of started to build a band, and then it didn't really seem like that was to continue. So yeah, but there's like a full length and like probably 10 singles of TV Queen stuff.
Wow.
And it's so much fun. But that was just file sharing. Like I literally, and in fact, the first album, it kind of sounds terrible. I used this app on my phone called Voice Recorder Pro, and I would get an earbud in here, and then I'd set my phone like this on something, and I'd hit record on the Recorder Pro. I'd put a little bit of the music into the phone, and then I'd go like this, and I'd sing my takes.
Really?
And I'd send files like that, and he'd send them back and be like, it was kind of fucked up. But so I'd send him stuff, and then he'd send it back with my first vocal, and I'd go and harmonize and send him another track.
Wow.
Really terrible way to record. Okay. So after the first album, because at a certain point I was like, well, I'm just going to keep doing it like this. It's kind of an interesting way to record.
Yeah.
Then I got a DAW. I mean, I went to REC like when I was 18, like the recording school in Chillicothe. So like I know how to record, you know. So I bought like a crappy computer and got a Ableton and a DAW, and then started recording lyrics like that. But it was always an internet band. Like we never we maybe got together one time and actually like did something together in the same room.
You guys live in the same town.
Yeah, I mean, I was in Yellow Springs at the time. We were legit like as far as apart as you can. And I work in healthcare. I'm at the time I was like a corporate chef for 13 nursing homes. So this is during the pandemic. Like I'm trying to stay indoors every weekend.
Right.
What is everybody
trying
doing?
to stay alive?
I'm trying not to kill somebody's grandma.
Right.
Right.
For sure. Yeah.
So then TV Queens that happened. We kind of did some lineup shows after the pandemic came back, and then this guy approached me and he's like, somebody told me I need to play music with you. And then we started sharing stuff, and then we did the Turbo Slacker record. Now it's no longer on the internet, but there is vinyl of that.
Really?
So like, unfortunately, like there were some mental health issues, and that's kind of why that band imploded. But like, it was so much fun. I was playing dual keyboards. It was like, it felt like it was such a good project. And then, it kind of imploded. So now I'm not really doing anything. I'm in that Talking Heads tribute, where I'm David Byrne for a few songs.
Oh, cool.
What songs are you singing?
I do like the first chunk. So I do. We remake "Stop Making Sense," costumes and everything. And there's four David Byrnes because it's you never heard about this happening at all.
No.
Okay.
Because I love the Talking Heads. So I'm like,
I think it's going to be August. We do it once a year in Dayton, and we do it once a year in Cincinnati. And
where in Cincinnati?
So last time we played Sawyer Point, the big outdoor place, and it was for 4th of July weekend.
And then where in Dayton?
Brightside.
Right.
So I think it's going to be August 21st, Friday. But it is amazing. It is so much fun. Everybody that's in it is insanely good.
Tell us about this because I didn't know about it either.
Okay.
Talking Heads.
Yeah. So we remake "Stop Making Sense." We first did it as a fundraiser for the Dayton Ballet before the pandemic. And we did it one time. Brian Hoflick kind of gathered the band. I do I start the show with the tape and guitar.
Yeah.
And then I do the second song. No, I skip the second song. Somebody else does that. And then I do dun, dun, television, whatever that one is. And then what's the matter with him? All right, how do you know? Yeah. And then I do Burning Down the House, and that's it for me. And I play synth on a few songs. But yeah, it's the most joyous, fun thing I do.
That's
once
amazing.
a year.
Who's all in that?
Okay. Eric Rice does all the alternate percussion. Brian Hoflick's the drummer. Chris Korn's the bass player.
Wow, Chris.
Chris, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Ash is one of the David Byrnes. My brain's.
Are you guys wear the big suit too?
Somebody did, and we're not doing that anymore.
Oh, okay.
Because we did the summer show outside, and
Heat stroke.
Yeah, dude. And I also have
in August
for this whole since 2017. I do that Beatles rooftop thing.
Oh yeah,
I was just going to ask.
We're walking away from that.
That
this
day
year.
we were recording a podcast when you guys
That
had all your
morning.
gear in there.
Yeah. But we're actually taking the year off, and the future's unknown. Just because we were up to 5 shows, and we end up spending months preparing for it every year, and it's
imagine. Yeah.
I think everybody kind of is down to just do their own endeavors. So we're gonna do the Talking Head show. I'm gonna play a solo show. That's I don't know what I'm doing next with music, which is cool, and it's also not cool.
We got a show May 1st.
I know. I want to figure out if I can get a band together.
That
for
would be
it.
awesome, dude. That'd be great.
I was thinking if I get a band together, I can just force myself then to start a band.
Yeah.
I'm also kind of doing a project with some people in Cincinnati called Coochie Fade. Coochie Fade.
That's what they used to call it.
That's what they used to call you on the streets.
That was my college
Another college
nickname.
name they had.
Yeah.
You had
The
many.
funny thing is I didn't go to college.
I know.
I just hung around
You were on
university.
campus a
Yeah,
lot.
exactly.
There goes old Coochie Fade.
Yeah.
I don't think that was a good term.
Oh, tell us about it.
Okay, so that's really cool, but I don't know what we're doing next with that. But there's the singers. So everybody sings that's in it. That was my buddy Nate, who's also in the Talking Heads thing. That's how I met these people through Nate. And Nate was the guy that pulled it all together. And he was like, I want to do a dance band where we play like covers of like just party music. So like, what's the future's made of bum 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 bum. Oh, there is no sound, but we all live underground.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Who
What
is that?
song is that?
Jamiroquai.
Yes.
So we did a bunch of
Oh, yeah.
Jamiroquai songs.
Oh, really?
My brain is like Space Cadet, but like
No, you're good.
we played one show. I got together with them one time before the day of the show, and it was smacking good. Like everybody that was in that thing, like everybody that he got together was like super duper pro. And the singer Riley Comistar is like Amy Winehouse, dude. Like
Wow.
Wow.
at that level good singing. So we did that once for like Halloween at the Northside Tavern. I hope we do it some more because like it's one of those things literally everybody can just show up and like I don't need to, even though I'd have to go to Cincinnati to like rehearse and stuff, I don't really need to because I can do my homework and show up ready to go. And those guys all like are super pro. So like,
Amazing.
That
but I don't know if
sounds
that's
awesome,
going to
too.
happen.
Yeah, that
But
sounds
the
really-
Talking Head shows, like that's a yearly event that like
I'm coming.
I would
this
go to
year.
that every
yeah.
time.
I'm
We,
coming.
Yeah, we'll
need
be
to
there.
make sure we're there.
We'll be there for that.
Stepping back a little bit, how did you get in, take over the Dayton Music Fest?
Oh yeah, Dayton Music Fest.
During all this time of Lioness and
yeah, you got so
So
much going on.
I was still,
and you're married and you have kids?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
And work full time.
yeah,
Jeezy Pete's.
yeah. It's a lot.
I'm going to call you the James Brown of Dayton.
Oh man, I mean, the part of the reason why I passed along Dayton Music Fest this year because it was like, as you guys know, takes up a whole lot of your time.
Yeah.
Every year, you finish it, and then you're like, all right, I need to start thinking about next year. And it was like I was always trying to track down like things that were important to Dayton for reunions, and like, you know, I'm very proud that I got some of that cool stuff. So, like, I was playing Springs Fest. And Connor was the person at the time who had Dayton Music Festival, and he'd turned it into Dayton Music and Arts Festival.
Right.
Yeah.
And
I
then,
didn't know the name kind of changed a little bit.
yeah,
Oh,
name
okay.
changed a little bit. And then, you know, that summer, I was like, hey, if you want some help or whatever, like, I know like a lot of the Dayton musicians, like the older guys, I think it'd be cool to like focus. Like, I think it'd be easier to, or I think you'd have some success if you focused really on a little bit on Dayton music. And he did too. Like he got Crooks on Tape that last year. And like, there were some things that were important to Dayton, but there was also some things that like were famous and internationally, but maybe not like going to bring out 5,000 people in Dayton. Right.
Yep.
So anyway,
Which was always the balance. It was trying to figure out, can we bring in some people who do have Dayton ties and connections that will draw, while also highlighting all of the good bands that are bubbling in Dayton right now.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always took the approach. So anyway, he wrote me that year, and he was like, "Hey, if you want to do Dayton Music Fest, it's yours. Or it's going to be done." And I was like,
my gosh.
Oh.
I was like, okay, well, I'll do it. And I was like, it was like a month out before the dates that were kind of set for it, and I was like, we're moving it to November. And the first year I had that Talking Heads band headline the day too, and it kind of like saved the whole thing.
Oh, nice.
So like the first year it was like, you know, cold, rainy the first night, and then like the next day it was nice and it was just packed and like whatever. So like I just kind of pulled something together, but I got a lot of different types of bands, and then like every year after that it was like, well, how can I improve? Who can I get? I would ask way too many people for like so many no's, and then I'd get somebody say yes. Some things like fell on my lap, like Erica Winterstrom was coming through town,
Wow, nice.
and like wanted a show. So like, you know, and that was the year I actually took on like the most like financial risk. And then that year I decided I wouldn't do that ever again. It's just too stressful, right?
It
I
is.
mean,
Right.
Oh, yeah.
I've never been good at like tracking down like sponsorship and stuff. We got some, but like I think like Dayton Porch Fest is a good example of like whoever gets all those people involved to put money up or whatever, like or sponsor it. There's like a whole billboard, and I'm like, that thing's probably paid. Everything's probably paid for,
Right.
You know, like
Yeah.
But so, and I was, I got like Jamie Holiday's, his original band reunion, like
Haunting Souls.
Haunting Souls. Like I was always trying to track down stuff like that. And then like, I think we did one Captain of Industry reunion for right before the pandemic one, I think 2019. And then this past year, like 9 months ago, I was like, I really don't want to do this anymore. So I convinced suckers. I convinced Paige Beller and Brandon Hawk to kind of take it over, and that made a lot of sense. Both have a pulse on more than I do of what's actually happening in the scene.
Yeah.
So I think it's in very good hands, and hopefully for a long, healthy future to go.
Yeah,
but
that's awesome. We've talked many times. It's this thing we started in 2005, and it's still going in one way or another. That is amazing to me. Which is awesome. We haven't had anything to do with it in so long, but it's just to see it go on, and evolve, and
and then devolve a little bit,
Well,
right?
well,
Like, I mean, because I think like Don and Kyle really like pushed to an extreme as far as like different venues and stuff. I think at one time they had like, on this day it's only going to be at this church or something. Like there was a lot of cool things.
Yeah.
One year it was just at Yellow Cab on Friday. I kind of took it to the approach of like doing 2 days and like same venues. And really just have it at venues that like make sense. Like these are the venues that are already doing Dayton music all the time. So like,
we were being interviewed by the Dayton Daily News here right before you came, and we had talked about
Humble brag.
Humble brag. Yeah, check it out.
Check it out.
Check it out. Have you ever heard of the Dayton Daily News?
Yeah. But the thing
people
was,
read the paper?
before we started the Oregon District, like they didn't play indie rock. It was like if you're not a cover band
Or blues.
you're not playing in the Oregon District.
Pretty wild.
It took a lot to convince some of these owners to allow us to bring these bands in, and then now they play indie rock all the time.
Regular,
it's crazy.
Well,
And Canal Street wasn't even a first
No,
part of the first year.
Well, so Mick didn't. This is the funny thing. Mick didn't want to be, and then it was such a success. Mick's like, "Why wasn't I invited?" I'm like, "You were invited, ding dong."
That's how Mick was.
Yeah, oh, yeah,
He was
exactly, yeah.
He'd be like, so like grumpy.
Yeah.
Which God bless the guy. Gave me my first opportunity ever.
Yes.
And I just tapped on the table just like
You
told me
have
not
been,
to.
but it's all right.
fine.
Have I really?
It's okay.
it's all right.
Why?
Why do you first?
Yeah. And then like towards the end of Captain of Industry, like I started playing some shows at Canal again. Like towards the end of that, we were just playing like one a year typically, and we'd play Jilly's in Dayton. But I was like, Mick, we'll come play Canal again, man. And it was, it's as cool. I have so many good memories at Canal Street as a young person, seeing so many cool bands. I was like, what we had no idea, right? Like somebody that was bringing in talent,
Crazy bands.
Yeah.
We've talked about we would love to do an episode and bring all these local musicians on, and just give us a quick, your best memory of Canal Street Tavern.
Yeah.
Who you saw, who you played with,
Yeah.
we would love to do that at some point.
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah.
I think we need to probably have another like wake type thing for Mick.
Yeah.
I know they've done one recently. Like I think they've been kind of doing them. I went to the first one after he passed, where they did kind of like a songwriters round. I think they're keeping that tradition alive, and I just didn't go last year. I should have, but
That'd be cool.
sometimes I like to be a hermit and not leave the house.
Amen, brother.
Well, and there's so many people. Well, like you mentioned about getting. No, we were talking with Brandon, and he said something about an afternoon show being done at 4:00.
Right.
And I'm like, man, we should really normalize rock and roll being done by like 10:00 at night.
Well, I know.
Unlike your 2 a.m. you were talking about playing Music
No
Fest.
way.
Oh, people used to not show up till 10 o'clock.
Right.
Yes.
Exactly.
I mean,
That's when it
forever.
starts.
Well, I know in New York, they'll do they'll do afternoon like raves, basically afternoon.
Oh,
raves.
really?
Yeah. So you can go and then you're home for
Go to
dinner.
bed.
You know.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty good to me.
Yeah. So let's make that happen.
Yeah.
I don't know how you'd make that happen, but
I don't either.
New York, the way they do like local shows, like okay, if you're playing like like someone's headlining and you're opening up for them, it's like a normal show. Like that would make sense, right?
Uh-huh.
If you're just going to play a show in New York at a venue and you're like kind of like nobody, they smack 5 bands together that don't make any sense. They'll be like, people have to tell us they're here for you, and you'll only get paid for the amount of money that comes in the door when you're playing. Like it's the dumbest, weirdest thing ever. Like New York to me, I spent like 3 weeks out there making the last Captain record, and like I couldn't escape fast enough. I can't stand it. I'm like from Dayton, Ohio. It's like I like to be able to park my car in the same place every day.
Right. There you go. Exactly.
You like to get somewhere in like 15 minutes? Anywhere in the city?
You mean you can actually? That's what my wife and I were talking about this recently. It's like we're from Dayton, Ohio, where you're used to seeing that something's 15 miles away and knowing that you can get there in 15 minutes.
Exactly.
Right.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah. I live in Piqua now, and
Brag.
humble brag. Talk about bragging. I don't mean to
Just
brag.
Rub that in.
Have you ever heard of Piqua?
Wow.
But I've gotten so spoiled. Like I don't like driving 12 minutes across town to Walmart. I've just gotten to that point where I'm like, it's
I don't
so
like
far.
going to Walmart.
I don't either, which is why I don't drive. I say it's the drive, but it's really I just don't want to go there.
That's right.
So you were part of the Music Fest organizing for how long?
Yeah.
So I think the first year I did it was 2017,
Okay.
and then up through this past year. So I gave it up this year. So I might be the
time.
longest
I was going
running.
to say
I
you
think
might
so,
be.
Yeah. We did it 5 years, Don. And
Kyle did it for about 5
years. Yeah.
And then Connor was. You said Connor was the one who took over after that.
2 years.
2 years.
So I probably did 5 years, honestly. That probably makes sense.
That seems about right.
Because the pandemic, we didn't do it during the pandemic,
Right.
obviously.
Yeah.
I think there was maybe 1 year, but maybe 2.
Probably too,
Yeah.
because 21 was still a little bit in that area. Like I didn't go to a live show until I think August of 21 was the first one after the pandemic hit.
Yeah.
That and that little known band who came through on their way up, Green Day was playing. I got invited to go to see Green Day and Weezer,
Oh, nice.
and Fall Out Boy. Weezer was great.
Yeah.
The others were fine.
What's up with Weezer? Like, okay, so Weezer just did a tour, and like the Flaming Lips were on it, and like,
Oh, really?
and Dinosaur Jr. So
Wow. Now that I will see.
But so they did that tour too.
Yes.
So the same band that would Weezer's.
This is for
Who's
the
Weezer
money.
playing?
This is for our who we like.
I know, right?
Yeah. And the thing, like, it was Weezer and then Green Day and then Fall Out Boy, I think, or Fall Out Boy then Green Day. And
Weird.
it was a weird line, and there was a localish band who was the first band. It was at the soccer stadium over in Columbus.
Oh, nice.
Where the Crew used to play, not their new one. So it was outdoors. Felt like it was going to be okay. It was a weird crowd.
Yeah.
I wasn't super familiar with Fall Out Boy. I knew a couple of the big songs once I got there, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I've heard this song before."
Yeah.
I didn't realize Fall Out Boy. I do not mean this in any disparaging sort of way.
Well, it's okay. I think you can just if you want to.
Well, it like super big teenage girl crowd for Fall Out Boy. I mean, like you could see these girls were. I mean, it was like the highlight probably of their summer life, whatever. They were into it. I was like, I'm just here to see Weezer. They were great.
Yeah.
Is that where you got
seen
the
Weezer
Fall Out Boy tattoo?
I was an instant fan. I was like, man, these guys
Hey,
hooked
just
me.
put it right down here on my lower back.
It's where he got his Fall Out Boy lower back tattoo.
His
We'll say that the
tramp
Do you
nicest
want me
way
to?
possible.
Yeah. Do you want me to bend over so you can see it?
No, we believe you.
Audio podcast only. Thank God.
Oh wow, that is interesting.
Talk about my jugs.
Reverse jugs. Oh my gosh. So 5 years. That I wasn't in on it with these guys the whole time I was around for it. It's a lot.
Trying to play.
Yeah.
I was trying. Dan barely put me on the first year.
I didn't even know who the heck you were, so it didn't matter.
And I worked with Brian Johnson starting like year 3 or something, and that was nice because he handled all of the internet promotion and all this stuff that I
Okay.
just don't want to do at
Yeah,
all.
yeah.
Right.
designing stuff.
Yeah.
Was able to get a printer to print the stuff for free.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
nice.
But I know there was like a beer sponsorship at one point in time that kind of fell off
We had
when I got
Bud.
it.
Or no, it's the
You had-
distributor.
Yeah. Heidelberg.
Heidelberg.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were some really good supporters early on that you nabbed, considering it was nothing.
Right. Well, I forget his name now.
Tie 9.
Tie 9. Yeah. He owns,
Oh, Rob.
Yeah,
Yeah, Rob. Yep.
He used
Rob.
to be. He used to tour manage for Afghan Wigs.
Did he really?
Yeah, and that was when Happy Chichester was in that from the Royal Crescent Mob and Howlin' Maggie. Well, that's a whole nother thing I left out. I was
Howlin'
have Rob
Maggie.
on.
I was
Oh
in-
my gosh.
That's a blast from the past.
I backed up Happy for 3 years.
Did you really?
All Captain was his backup band for the last couple years of Captain.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
We did a couple tours. The one was in February. It was awful. We played like Detroit and Chicago in like 3 feet of snow in February.
Right where you want to go in February.
right.
Yeah.
But I totally forgot about that. Happy just sent me a picture the other day, actually.
I didn't know that about Rob. I mean, I know
I
he
didn't
was
either,
always a
yeah.
big supporter of the local scene, which
Yeah.
makes total sense now. If you said he was tour manager or just manager in general.
Yeah, just for touring, I think.
Okay.
So that's how him and Happy met.
Okay.
And so like whenever we're Happy, we would play. We did like 1 or 2 Dayton shows with that group of folks, like the Captain folks backing him up. And I can't find anything in my phone.
That's
you're
okay.
good.
That's all right.
Yeah, like we would go to Tie 9 and Rob would like, obviously like Happy and him are like best buds in the world. So
We need to have Rob on because Paige was telling us about Rob, and that's how. Yeah.
yeah,
That's
Rob
insane.
definitely has some stories.
That'd be
Legit,
cool.
I'm sure.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
Nice.
This is why we do this. We like to talk to people
Amen.
who have interesting lives in music and love music and find out these connections. It's learning for us.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember Rob used to come in when we worked at Starbucks, and he
Yeah.
probably wouldn't remember me, but you had fostered that relationship, and
Right.
he was a supporter early on. I was like, man, it's really cool that this guy runs this restaurant supporting music, but it makes
That makes sense.
total
Yeah.
sense now.
Yeah. Totally.
It's amazing.
And Happy's still playing. He's just
Really?
released a record.
Huh.
Wow.
And he's insanely good. Like he's just insane. It's like, the interesting thing about Happy is like he's just one of those people that like he should be much more famous than he is. Like Dave Grohl is obsessed with him. Dave Grohl was, like there's this magazine called Classic Rock Magazine, and they pick a different famous person each month or however often they release it to be the editor in chief.
Curated
Yeah.
it for that month, yeah.
Dave Grohl put Happy on the cover.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Have to check that out.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's amazing.
Wow. That's really cool.
Happy got offered to be in the Foo Fighters, and he had just gotten.
They're pretty well known.
Yeah, I've never heard of them. But then like Happy said no
Oh my god.
because he had just gotten Hal and Maggie back together for that second record when they released Hyde, and then said no. I was like, Happy buddy.
right.
Like, you
Man.
could have just said yes, and like it might not have worked out, but I think that's the immediate answer you always say.
Right.
first. Yes.
Exactly. Yes.
Right.
It
And
was like
then
Happy
figured
was
out.
on a major label and then like got dropped, but they gave him some money, so he just made a recording studio and like his wife runs the Popfly music and
Wow.
I was looking at for doing some research for future episodes, and I was looking at a festival out like in the Baltimore, Washington area. I'm going to forget the name of it now, and I think it's still running to this day. But I was looking at the lineup from like 1996. I think Hal and Maggie was on there. It was like every 90s band that you'd want to think about, like 20 of them. And you're
Yes.
like, oh my gosh, could we just do this today? I would go to this today,
Right.
Yeah.
much less 30 years ago.
I got money today that I could.
yeah,
do.
that's right. I could go. I couldn't have gone then.
there were the only Edge Fest I think I ever went to
Yeah.
in Dayton. It
Yeah.
was like Hal and Maggie,
Yes.
Guided by Voices.
Yes.
a
It was probably
bunch of
96.
awesome bands.
It was probably 96 because
Yeah.
I think I have the CD that has a bunch of the. I'm trying to think. Case Choice was on there. Was that the year that you were? Case Choice was there one year.
I don't remember the whole thing to be
yeah.
honest, but I remember GBV was playing it.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing Hal and Maggie and was just like floored.
Yeah.
And there was some other band that like nobody had ever heard of, and then all of a sudden they were just played on the radio constantly in Dayton after they played Edge Fest.
Oh.
Huh.
It was interesting, but I think that was the last year that it was probably any good.
So it was probably late 90s. Yeah. You started off declaring your love for Dayton.
I do love it.
What is it about Dayton?
Besides us. at
Yeah,
the table.
you guys. Number
Huge.
one,
Like you guys.
y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but this right here, I mean, like, I love the innovation of Dayton. I love that there's not too much to do. So I think Dayton breeds creativity in amazing ways because there isn't a lot to do. So you have to find ways to not be bored. Versus like, if you lived in a huge major city, you could go do
Something
anything.
every day, every night. Yep.
We got Yellow Springs up the road. We have like all these national parks. Oh, well, not national parks, but like great park systems around us. I love the people.
Yeah.
I like the idea that I'm gonna be surrounded most of my life with a lot of people that I know and like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would say, why do I love Dayton so much? The people, for sure.
Yeah.
I love the music history of Dayton.
Yes.
It's small enough, but it's big enough.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense. It's
Yes,
kind of
absolutely.
a city, but it's kind of fake city too.
Yeah.
I really believe at some point,
Aliens were here.
I think they're still here. What are you talking about?
Word.
I just watched that documentary. There's definitely aliens here.
I think it's some. I mean, we've had these little glimpses of the rest of the nation knowing about Dayton.
Yeah.
But I think at some point it's just gonna pop, man.
Man,
it
I
has
kept
been.
I keep
Yeah.
thinking
Yeah.
that, but it's like
I don't.
I don't know.
I don't
It's
care.
affordable.
Well, there
Yeah.
you
It's
go.
affordable,
I know. But just like I mean, the reason we do this podcast, it's mostly Dayton based, and just the stories that have come out of Dayton and the people in Dayton, and I mean, it's just amazing. And like you said, the innovation of the people in Dayton. It's just some crazy stuff.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. And to me, it's always amazing.
Yeah.
So
There was a really cool website that I used to just geek out on, and I don't think it's up anymore, but it's called DaytonBooks.com or something like that. I don't think it's there anymore.
It
last
might
time
be
I
on
looked.
archive though.
Okay, but so it was somebody who worked at NCR for like the heyday.
that's Ken
and he-
Gross.
Could be.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know. But they had, it was just photos and history of Dayton, Ohio.
Yeah.
That's where I learned, like, basically, like, because of the 1913 flood.
Yeah.
What's the NCR guy? He was going to go to jail for basically like attacking other companies. Like, he had a whole department that was meant to put other people doing cash registers that were infringing on his copyrights out of business.
Really?
Oh.
He had a whole sue shop,
Gangsta.
sue people.
Uh-huh.
A federal judge was going to put him in jail for that. Then he turned his factory. The flood happened. He turned his factory into a boat making operation and went and saved people. There were calls all the way to the president saying, give him a pardon, give him a pardon. And he was like, no, I want my day in court. They got him a new judge. That case changed patent law
Really?
forever. That one case
Wow.
just completely changed the way patent law works.
That's
So
insane.
it's all stuff like that. It was like stories about Dayton, like things you'd never know, pictures, like before downtown was what we have today. It was just a bunch of old mansions, and they were beautiful.
Yeah.
It's like, unfortunately, Dayton is one of those places that destroys things too. But
Well,
You got to put 35 through somewhere.
Yeah.
Darn it.
Dan, Sean, do you guys have any other questions for Nathan?
So you say you're hoping to put another band together?
yeah.
it's definitely going to happen.
We're going to be on the lookout for that.
I just don't
Well,
know
if you
what
need a
it is.
backup singer and a guitarist, let us know.
Absolutely.
So-
So, a question about that, because you're like, this fascinates me. Like, do you have to be in a band? Is it like this something in you besides doing it alone?
Yeah,
Okay, because you could just go out and play solo shows, right?
sure.
So, is it something about having that band? Is it something about being creative? Like, what drives that in you?
I just want to be cool. No, I'm just kidding.
You're already cool, dude. You don't need to be in a band.
I'm very self-conscious now. I love the power of it. I love performing live. It's just like something that like is in me, and I want to do it all the time. I also have an innate amount of stress about it too. But like doing it forever. So like, I feel like I have to, like, I feel like I gotta do something. And I just, I think I've been toying around the idea of like a little project with some friends starting there. So that's probably where I'm going to head. But yeah, I feel like I kind of always got to be performing in some sort of way, and just playing with people is a lot more fun than playing by yourself.
Yeah,
very
true.
much so.
I'm not a good drummer / keyboard player at the same time, so
That's hard.
I can always hit space bar on Ableton, but you know, I did that for a while, but for TV Queen stuff. But yeah, I want to. I think it's songwriting in general. Like I don't do it constantly, but I think it's one of those things that like when you're inspired to do it, you want to do it a lot. And I just like making weird music, and it's just a joy, you know.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Awesome.
Yeah. I
You
can't
put
wait.
out your bands were really good,
Thank you.
and so
Well, that's
I'm excited to see you in the future.
That was exactly what I was going to say. I'm excited to see what comes of this. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll find out on May 1st.
I would love it.
Yeah,
man. That would be
dude, you
great.
gotta do it.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be amazing.
Nathan, thanks for joining us and
Yeah.
sharing some of your story. We appreciate everything you shared today, and we share your love of Dayton, and can't wait to see what you do here in the days and weeks and months ahead.
Appreciate that.
Boys, anything else?
I think
Thanks
that's
for coming
it.
on.
All right,
Yeah.
Can we
thanks,
all put
Nathan.
in one fist together and
Yes.
say, yeah!
Form of an
Booyah,
iceberg.
baby.
I was just going to say that.
Wonder Twins.
Wonder Twins activate.
This was a ton of fun. Thank you guys very much for having me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks for having. Yeah,
Awesome.
thanks for being here. We appreciate it. All right, thanks, guys.
If you want to start again.